Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Expedition 46 and 47 change of command ceremony. And change of command ceremony on the space station means a number of things. One thing it means is that some of us, guys in the black shirts here, are going home tomorrow, which, of course, is always bittersweet when you leave this incredible place. But it also means the change of command between Tim Kopra and I of the authority on the space station, but more importantly, the responsibility. And there needs to be, one person at least on board that's ultimately responsible, and that's why we have this change of command ceremony. I'd like to say a few more words before we get to the formal transfer of command. Obviously, Misha and I, our friend Misha here and I have been up here for a really long time. And recently we've been joking with each other that, we'll say something like, we did it or we made it. And but we both recognize that this is a lot more about teamwork and all the people that it takes to put these missions together and be successful than it is about us. A really smart person said to me one time, teamwork makes the dream work in space flight. And space flight is the biggest team sport there is. And it's, incredibly important that we all work together to make what is seemingly impossible possible. And, I want to thank everyone on the ground and first that dedicated, in some cases their lives, working lives to this program. They are just as important to this endeavor, to our future going to Mars someday as Misha and I. So I'm going to finish up here real quickly to give Tim a chance to talk a little bit. But, I think it's a little bittersweet. And with that, we'll go ahead and do the change of command. In the military, different military services and countries do this a little bit differently. And obviously I recognize that this is not the military, nor is the other space agencies, but we do kind of follow along those lines. So I'm going to turn the command of the space station over to my friend and colleague, Tim, here. And, hey, I forgot one thing. The one thing I need to recognize is all the people that have been on board with Misha and I since we have been up here, because they are just, obviously very important and important to this mission as we are. So I just want to acknowledge Terry Virts, Samantha Cristoforetti, Anton Skaplarov, Gennady Podolka that we flew up here with, Aiden Ambitov. I'm sorry, I'm going to make sure I pronounce Aiden's name correctly, last name correctly. And then Kjell Lindgren, Kimia, Yuri, Oleg, Kornienko, and then my three colleagues. Oh, and Andreas. I can't forget Andreas. A lot of people. So Andreas Mogensen, he was here for a short period of time too. But all those guys, including our three colleagues here, Yuri, Tim and Tim, are equally as important to this endeavor as us. So with that, I would like to relinquish command of the International Space Station to my friend and colleague here, Tim Kopra.
Thanks, Scott. It's kind of hard to believe that we've been here for 2.5 months, and it's only a small portion of Scott and Misha's time here. But I have to say it's an honor and a privilege to assume command of the International Space Station. Special thank you to Scott. Thank you for your leadership. You've been such a great role model to us in every aspect, as a crew member and as a space station commander. So we're very, very grateful, and thank you. To Scott, Misha, and Sergey, thank you for the camaraderie and the friendship It has been a pleasure to work with you guys, and you've made our experience here so great, and we're very, very thankful for that as well. So now, Yuri, Tim, and I are going to welcome Jeff, Alexei, and Oleg soon. And we are so fortunate to have an outstanding set of teams and leadership on the ground at each one of the control centers, including our lead flight director, Dina Cantella, and our increment manager, Hubert Brissot. We're very grateful to have such a good team that's going to help us continue our work on board. And we're very excited about continuing our efforts here to produce world-class science on this orbiting laboratory. Thank you very much.
Scott and Misha, congratulations for your year of service on ISS. What you have provided for our human spaceflight endeavors has been monumental. Scott, Misha, and Yuri, we look forward to seeing you back safe on the ground and back in Houston. To Tim, and Yuri, we look forward to continuing on the mission with you in Expedition 47, and we thank all of you for your service.